third try, and Baby Assassin brought me a little cupcake. That's a celebration. So I'm going to eat my cupcake, and there's nothing you're going to do about it, champ.
Crazy new update to the DrDisrespect situation. He put out a statement confirming the allegations against him, saying that there was an individual minor involved and that the conversations would get inappropriate at times, but nothing more. And this has led to him getting disavowed by basically everyone around him. It started last night with his gaming studio, Midnight Society, disavowing him. Then his friends, TimTheTatman and NicMercs, both put out statements disavowing him. We even got a Bloomberg article that gives a little bit of insights between how his Twitch ban went and that there was multiple employees that all confirmed the same reason. It's a lot to break down, but let's just start right away from the top and read DrDisrespect's statement he put out confirming the allegations. It starts off with him saying, "The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind those messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never even entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have seen all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. And so yeah, obviously a ton to break down from that statement. First of all, this entire paragraph here where he talks about the minor is just absolutely insane to me because this is his big, grand statement and he still left so many questions up in the air, which a lot of people are saying that his lack of an answer is an answer. And one of those questions being, did you know the age of the minor while you were talking to them? Because of course, getting catfished is a possibility, or just being generally irresponsible is possible here. But you would think in his giant statement that he puts out, addressing the allegations and finally talking about it after years, him getting catfished would be the very first thing he says. and not this weird vague statements where he also mentions that for some reason it was mutual. It was casual and mutual. If it's a minor, what do you mean? How can the conversation be mutual? The whole point is that they're below the age of consent. So this isn't mutual conversations. That's an insane comment to make. Nothing illegal happened is also just incredibly vague. No pictures shared. I mean, I guess that's a positive, I guess, but this doesn't really mean anything to me. No crimes were committed. Again, comes off vague to me. But also, to be honest with this statement, it gives really no room for charitability. As much as I am usually charitable if an allegation comes out without evidence, the idea that he can say there were no real intentions behind these messages, he's already cheated on his wife at least once, and we all know about this. So this idea that it was just talking and nothing was really going to come out of it, of course we just have to take his word on it, but based on his actions, we don't know that for sure. On top of the fact that he actually edited out minor from his statement. I was able to screenshot both statements on Twitter here, mutually scrolling on both sides as you can see, and the one difference between both of the statements is the word minor. He posted it with minor initially, then he cut it out and left that post up for a good 20 to 30 minutes, and then he deleted the entire post and reposted it exactly again with minor still in there, which is the one we just read right here. So it's like he couldn't make up his mind whether he wanted to admit that it was a minor or not. He, for some reason, removed it and just said individual, but it was already too late by the time he posted it because the edit history is public on Twitter, so he had to commit. And he also has this entire macho attitude throughout the entire response that he put out. When last night on stream, he was basically coping, saying it's time to ride off into the sunset. Dexterdo tweeted it out here. I'm just going to let it play uninterrupted because it's a good clip and shows what his mindset was like last night.
You know? When shit like this happens over the weekend and it just kind of... It's like how many times can I... I don't... Like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champ. So I just, you know, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something. I don't know. But I'm just feeling burnt out, I think, you know? I came into this with... When did we start streaming, champs? 2015? 16? Been doing this since 2009. You know? Different scene back then. Having a good time. Playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with, and over the years it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I. And I just feel like you know, I had the mindset of let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling? And I'll tell you, I just, I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out, you know? Maybe it's time to start something new, something different. You know, challenge those creative senses. A desire to explore different realms, if you will. But I think the first and foremost, though, is, you know, I did have a sort of a planned vacation coming up. And I think I might just extend that starting today, starting now. You know, one of these, let's take a step back. I mean, it is what it is. People get fatigued, right, champs? And to be honest, I don't know how long, you know, I know for my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but, you know, maybe I extend that. We'll see. We'll see. But I do, I do appreciate you guys, champs. Right? And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated when we'll be back. But I definitely need to take a break from everything, you know? A podcast, start a podcast? I think what I'm most interested in, and believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when your gaming skill set is just incredible, and you know, you look like this, you know, why wouldn't you want to be in front of the camera all the time? But I'm kind of I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on socials. The industry's changed so much. Just so much different energy out there, negative energy and clashing, and from everything that we've experienced as we've started this whole journey together, you know what I mean, champs? And I'm just like, when I go outside, I just feel so much better. When I remove myself, I just feel, what the hell is this, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say. Keep playing, Doc. We don't care. The fuck? Okay. Grief Warden, thank you for the $25 donation. Big Bearded Scotsman, welcome. Payback, thank you for the 46 months. Champs, I'm going to call it right there. A little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to step away. I think when I say step away, I'm going to have to either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. Right? Champs. Take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Give me back my dog! Okay. Don't be a pussy. God damn it. I'm telling you, it's fatigue. It's tired. It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's about. You know what I mean, champs? Damn, now what? I mean, shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now. It's getting old, yo. What's getting old? Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, I appreciate that. It's getting old, you're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Another thing about this statement that's so weird is that when he was asked yesterday to expand on it, he was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to talk about it. Fuck that shit. I don't care about that guy. Well, I mean, he changed his mind on that in less than 24 hours. Here's that clip of him talking about that.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna. I already said what I needed to say. I don't give a fuck about this guy. That's it. So I do appreciate the donations. I do appreciate the messages. But I like to put it in fifth gear right off the rip.
And now 2 close friends of Dr. Disrespect have disavowed him. First, NicMercs put out a Twitter video. I'm just going to let it play for you guys.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
So NicMercs says it's inexcusable, undefendable, completely disavowing the doc. TimTheTatman also put out a statement. I'm going to let that play for you guys as well.
Wow, this is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing. I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years. And seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that. I can't. I appreciate y'all. This is beating me up, but this is unfortunate to say the least. This is awful. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love you give, and I'll see y'all soon, man.
So again, just saying it's completely awful and terrible. And obviously, it's completely true. And it's very clear that obviously these guys were, talking about it in some kind of group chat together. NicMercs, TimTheTatman, all these guys who hang out. But at the end of the day, what else can you do? He got caught. I don't like his statement at all. I was very charitable to the possibility that there was other ulterior things going on here. Maybe that he got catfished. Maybe that it was just a lie in general. But I feel pretty safe in saying that he made it very clear with his statement that there probably wasn't catfishing going on, and that also he knew what was happening. Of course, Dr. Disrespect is always able to make more statements and clarify more things, which I'm sure he will probably do. But at the end of the day, what's come out is pretty inexcusable, and there's not too much to say in that regard. Now, what's interesting, though, is this article that Bloomberg put out. As I said, they just said Twitch employees were corroborating the story, but in one particular section, they mentioned the head of YouTube Gaming, Ryan, who says that he didn't know the reason for Dr. Disrespect's ban on Twitch, which is interesting because now this puts Twitch in some kind of weird case where they didn't disclose the reason for his ban to any other platforms or basically anybody else. And this allowed Dr. Disrespect to continue making content and being on the internet for the last 4+ years since he was banned, and 7 years since this initially happened. So a lot of people online are questioning if Twitch has some kind of responsibility here and if they helped cover this up. Of course, when legalities are involved and all sorts of other stuff is involved, I can obviously see why this wouldn't come out from a legal perspective. But a lot of people are like, well, shit, you probably should have informed people, including other platforms, if this guy was using your platform to message minors and be inappropriate with them. It's probably something important that you should say. And so now I would not be surprised if this led to a banning on other platforms like YouTube, etc., because he's already now disavowed by his friend group. I don't know what he's going to do when he comes back. especially because he has this macho, strong-ass personality. Like, yeah, I'm coming back. I'm returning. Where are you going to go, and what is that going to look like, and who are you going to play with? Honestly, reading his statement, I just couldn't stop myself from laughing just thinking about how after he got caught cheating, so many people just stream sniped him with names on Fortnite, like Doctor cheats on his wife and shit like that. So I just know when he comes back, his chat is just going to be a fucking wasteland. I mean, what do you even do in his shoes? There's also a statement from Dr. Disrespect's company that he co-founded, Midnight Society. They put out a statement last night before the doc's response dropped, completely disavowing him and distancing themselves from him, as he mentioned in his response post. And here's what they said in that statement. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players. So, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing else you can do here. I think it's over for the doc. It's finished. Bro is done. And yeah, that's basically all the updates I have for you guys right now. If more comes out, I'll let you know. That's all I really got to say about this, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.